What's cracking, Jack? It's week 14 of the NFL, and you are in the jungle. Hey, I heard a rumor that you want to make money watching football and betting on it this weekend. Well, I got the cure for it, Algia. I'm going to give it to you for free right here, right now. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to The Hustle. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I'm going to break down 11 games on the slate in the NFL for Sunday, week 14. Now, the 8 o'clock game, Houston at Kansas City, that's going to have a standalone video that comes out on Saturday. But all the other 11 games, I'm going to break them down, give you my best bet for all of them. And I'm going to leave 2 links for you in the comments section. The first link was to my $5 favorite play of the day. And for just $5 and no further obligation, you get my best NFL bet of the day text to your phone. The second link is to become a Jungle member. And for as little as 55 cents a day as a member, you get my full betting card sent to your phone every single morning. All sports, all access. You also get entry to our members-only Discord where we can communicate with other knowledgeable sports bettors, and you get a direct line to me if you'd like me to opine on any other bet that you're considering placing. We have a free weekly trial. Take it for a test spin and see if it's for you. Today's video is brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Now, the reason I partnered with MyBookie.ag, well, a couple reasons, but the biggest ones. Number one, it's legal in all 50 states. It's one of the biggest and most reputable offshore sports books that there is. So, Jungle viewers, no matter where you're viewing from, you can use MyBookie.ag. But the cream of the crop, what put me over the top in selecting them, they have a deal for Jungle viewers. Sign up for a new account with MyBookie.ag using promo code SILVERBACK. And if your first bet doesn't hit, it's refunded up to $500. Now, maybe some of you guys want to bet bigger than you ordinarily do, but you're afraid to lose the money. This is the perfect opportunity to do that because with MyBookie.ag using promo code SILVERBACK, go big. Your first bet is insured up to $500 if it doesn't hit. 14 journey begins in Buffalo at Bills Stadium, just 7 miles from my home in Lancaster, New York, with the Bengals catching 5.5 points taken on the Bills. The over-under is 53.5. Now, these are the second and third worst run defenses in the NFL. The difference, though, is that Buffalo has an elite run offense. They're first in the NFL in rushing yards. Cincinnati doesn't. Cincinnati's 30th. But Buffalo also has an elite pass defense. They're first in the NFL against the pass. Cincinnati doesn't. They're dead last. Cincinnati also gives up more points than any team in the NFL at 31.2 points a game, which is 10 points more than the Bills give up. Lay the points with Buffalo at home. Colts at Jacksonville. Now, essentially a pick-em price here, so that's where we're going to handicap this game on the money line. Huge game in the AFC. Both teams tied in first for the AFC South at 8-4. And like I said last week when I picked against the Colts, their carriage has turned back into a pumpkin. They've now lost 3 of their last 4 games. Their quarterback, Daniel Jones, has a broken bone in his leg, and their pass defense has gotten so bad that they gave up 2 first-round picks, which is gold in the NFL for overrated, penalty-ridden former Jet Sauce Gardner. And now he's out. I don't trust this Colts secondary. Indianapolis just 2-3 on the road. Jacksonville 4-2 at home. And the Jaguars have covered this number of plus 1.5 in 7 of their last 10 games. Take the 1.5 with the home team. Washington minus 1.5 at Minnesota. Over-under is 43.5. We're going to cap this game on the money line as well. Now, I said from the time he was drafted that J.J. McCarthy is not an NFL quarterback. And thus far, I've been proven correct. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and J.J. McCarthy is 46th in passer rating. In fact, he's so bad, 45th is Shedeur Sanders with a passer rating of 69.4, just below Cam Ward and the elite Jake Browning. J.J. McCarthy has a rating of 57.9. He has the worst touchdown to interception ratio in the NFL at 6 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Jalen Daniels is trending toward playing, but he may not. Even if he doesn't, I'm fine with Marcus Mariota. Washington is a very well-coached team, and they're tough. They took Denver to overtime last week and put up 26 points against the NFL's number 2 defense. J.J. McCarthy may be one of the worst football players in the NFL. Take the Commanders on the road on the money line. Miami, minus 2.5 at the New York Football Jets. The over-under is 41.5. Miami has won 3 in a row. I think that their offense, although it's different now without Tyreek Hill, they're not really going downfield. It's more dink and dunk. It's probably the best unit on the field, though. And their defense has been playing better. I have a hard time backing the Jets. I would take the Dolphins minus the 2.5, but I don't love it. New Orleans plus 8.5 at Tampa Bay. The over-under 41.5. The Buccaneers haven't covered this number of minus 8.5 very much this season. In fact, they've only done it twice. But New Orleans matches up very poorly with the Buccaneers. They played New Orleans October 26th in New Orleans, and Tampa Bay won that game 23-3. As Tampa Bay starts to get some weapons back and they get healthier, I think they're going to really start to put some teams away, and the Saints have a very hard time scoring. They're 30th in points per game. New Orleans scores just 15.2 per contest, and they're dead last in red zone efficiency. I like the Buccaneers minus the points. Pardon me. Seattle, minus 6.5 at Atlanta, over under 44.5. The Falcons have lost, 6 of their last 7, and they're without quarterback Michael Penix Jr. for the season. Enter Kirk Cousins, who stinks, has no desire to play pro football anymore, hates his team, and has the mobility of a middle-aged white guy playing in a recreational basketball league. The Seahawks are 5-1 on the road, and their defense is designated as a terrorist organization. They're 3rd in points allowed, 2nd against the run, 2nd in yards per play, 4th in sacks, and 2nd in quarterback hits. They're terrorizing opposing quarterbacks. This is also the best offense that the Seahawks have had in quite some time. They're 2nd in the NFL in points per game with 21.2 per contest. The Seahawks have the best cover percentage against the spread in the NFL, covering 75% of games this season. Lay the points with the Seahawks, and may God have mercy on Kirk Cousins' soul. Pittsburgh plus 5.5 at Baltimore, over under 42.5. I think that both these teams stink, but Pittsburgh hasn't beaten a team not named the Cincinnati Bengals since November 3rd. And the Ravens have won 4 of their last 5, and they're at home in this game. I don't trust either offense nor either defense, but if I'm playing this game, I will lay it with the Ravens. Tennessee plus 3.5 at Cleveland, over under 33.5. Both offenses suck. Both defenses are good. Play the under 33.5. Denver minus 7.5 at Las Vegas, over under 40.5. The Denver Broncos defense is elite, but Bo Nix is not that good. I'm old enough to remember on November 6th when these two teams played in Denver, won 10-7, but they set an NFL record for having more penalties than first downs. I would reluctantly lay the number with Denver, only because the Raiders shouldn't be in the NFL. The Raiders haven't covered in 3 straight games, and they're just 33% against the spread this season. I don't know how they're going to move the ball against the Broncos defense. Chicago, plus 6.5 at Green Bay. Over-under is 44.5. The Bears have had a great season, and credit to Caleb Williams for the quarterback in the team. That's now the number 1 seed at the moment in the NFC. But he hasn't been great. Even head coach Ben Johnson has recently said publicly that Caleb Williams needs to do more with the passing game. The Bears have been winning with the running game. They're 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards. The problem with that is that Green Bay is equipped to handle that. The Packers allow just 98.3 rushing yards per game and just 4.6 yards per play, which is 5th in the NFL. They're also allowing 18.8 points a game, which is 6th compared to the Bears, who allow 25.6 points a game. That's 25th in the NFL. The teams that give Green Bay trouble are the teams with good defenses, and Chicago is not one of them. Jordan Love should be able to get what he needs through the air, and the Packers defense should be able to shut down the Bears' rushing attack, which will put more pressure on Caleb Williams, and he hasn't shown that he can handle that. I think the Packers take care of business in a big way here. Lay the 6.5 with Green Bay. And the last game we're looking at, remember, because there's going to be a standalone game video for Houston, Kansas City, it's the Rams minus 8.5 at Arizona. The over-under is 47.5. Rams coming off of a loss at Carolina where they were expected to win. Carolina's a good football team, though. But I do think the Rams are ticked off, and they're fighting with the Seahawks for the NFC West division title. The Rams are 6th in scoring offense and 2nd in scoring defense. Cardinals 20th in scoring offense, 24th in scoring defense. The Rams have a point differential of plus 124 points this season. The Arizona Cardinals minus 38. I believe the Rams are the best team in football. Lay that 8.5 with Los Angeles. Have a great day, Silverback Nation. Put your favorite plays in the comments section. Let me know where you agree and disagree with my picks. And I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.